All right, well, enough about buildings and renovations and remodeling, and let's go to our questions from our viewers. We have two viewers from Forest Lake that raised DNR questions, and I'm going to put them together and invite both of you to answer them. One is concerned about whether or not there's going to be a plan in place at the end of the session to compensate producers for timber wolf depredation to livestock. And the second one is also from Forest Lake, concerned about the quality of fishing and deer hunting, and particularly concerned about the decline in the number of deer, noting a diminishment to 2 deer per square mile. What's going on about that? What can we do about it? So, wolves and deer. Who wants to? Let's start with you, Representative Akbarth. Yeah.
Well, thank you for that question. Maybe I know the person from Forest Lake. Some of the Forest Lake addresses are in my district. Also, we're going to be trying to build a new bridge, Highway 9723 bridge, right near Forest Lake, over 35W. So we're working on that this year too. But the wolf issue, we'll start with that. We just had a hearing last week with wolves. Actually, it was Tuesday of this week, and we brought a number of different people in, the DNR and Dr. Meach. He's the foremost expert on wolves. And when we're talking about depredation from wolves, there's no money right now. We're out of money in the state of Minnesota. There's no federal program. With this judge's decision that came down from Washington, D.C., put the wolf back on the endangered species list. We no longer have a hunting season for wolves in the state of Minnesota. We no longer have a trapping season for wolves in Minnesota, and there's no federal programs to take care of problem wolves in the state of Minnesota either. So, this decision affects Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. And in Michigan and Wisconsin, maybe in each state, they might have 600 wolves in each state. But in Minnesota, we have closer to 3,000 wolves just in the northern part of the state of Minnesota. So without any kind of controls over this issue in northern Minnesota, this is going to be devastating not only to the deer population, the moose population, but to ranchers and farmers in northern Minnesota. This is going to be very, very difficult for our folks, and we've got to do something. Minnesota cannot do anything. But this new decision that this judge made, this is a federal crime if you shoot a wolf now or if you kill a wolf. Only if your life is in danger can you kill a wolf in the state of Minnesota with this new decision. So this is a very, very devastating issue. There's nothing that the state of Minnesota can do. The only thing we can do is try to appeal the case. That's going to take years to try to settle that. And I encourage U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to pursue that. But in the meantime, I hope that our Minnesota delegation will be working on trying to take the wolf off the endangered species list through federal legislation. So I hope that's the direction we're going to go. We also want them to work on getting some money into a federal program into the state of Minnesota so we can handle depredation issues.
We should ask about the deer issue.
Yeah, we can talk about that too.
Okay, well, if we do that, and then we'll ask Senator Eno what he thinks.
No, I've been hunting in Lake of the Woods County, right maybe a half a mile from the lake itself, since 1970. And deer hunting in Lake of the Woods has always been tremendous. Very, very good deer hunting. It's been getting worse and worse for sure the last 10 years. The last 3 years, I haven't seen a deer from my stand. It used to be that I could go out deer hunting and sit on my stand, and you could almost pick and choose which deer you wanted to shoot. You can't do that anymore. Like I said, the last 3 years I haven't seen a deer from my deer stand. This is getting bad. And I think part of the problem, there's a number of different issues. I think the DNR has to be responsible for part of the problem because they allowed way too many. We had, you could buy a deer hunting license and you could shoot either sex. And before that, we had a lottery where you could apply for an antlerless permit to shoot an antlerless deer. But then the deer population started growing, so they had shoot either sex, plus you could buy bonus tags. So in some instances, you could shoot 5 deer in one season. So that was devastating to the population. Plus, we already talked about the wolf population. As the wolves are getting more and more numerous, that's a huge issue. One thing that's very evident to me, we keep talking about the moose disappearing. There are some diseases that the wolves or that the moose get. There's some tick issues. There's some worm on the brain issues. Particularly in northwestern Minnesota, the wolves are going, or the moose are going away. Particularly more about the worm on the brain, but the wolves have been taking the calves. And that's a huge, huge problem, and that's really kind of the smoking gun, I believe, why we don't have any moose in the north central and the northeastern part of the state anymore. So I think the wolves are a problem. I think the DNR has been an issue with giving out too many tags, and so now we've got some other issues going on. This has to be addressed. We're going to have a hearing on that on February 11th about the deer population in the state of Minnesota.
Any thoughts on the deer and the related DNR issues?
Well, a little bit. I used to, for years, I was on the Environment Committee in the Senate. I haven't been in recent years, but I haven't heard whether there's going to be any proposals or not, but I will tell you that where the moose are is where the leadership in the Senate represents. So you very well might see some proposals and initiatives to try to get some of these things dealt with and taken care of, because it is very real for the people that are in leadership positions in the Senate, many of them.